Hey guys, it's Bocce. We are playing in another Rug Delver League here. This time on the play. Hand looks pretty good. I think I'm just going to hold up a fetch land here. Pass the turn. Don't really know what I'd be looking for with Ponder, and I don't want to not be able to force a will something. Fetch on the upkeep to improve our draw. Another Tarmogoyf. I'm gonna play this Tarmogoyf off Wasteland in case I need to fetch another green to pay the second Tarmogoyf. Or if I just draw a Brainstorm. I think I'm about to get a Dark Confidant. Okay, I thought I was going to get Abrupt Decayed there. Confidant is acceptable. This is probably some kind of Depths deck. Fortunately, we don't have Gilded Drakes today. Do have Wasteland in play, so that's good. I guess it could be, you know, 4-color Loam too. Scavenging Ooze. I guess I need to Force a Will this. Alright, so maybe it's just some kind of John to pile then? Sinkhole is not a bad thing to see. Either there's Ren and 6. I think I'll just set up a Delver to flip next turn here. I have to imagine my opponent's in a pretty tight spot. I guess Toxic Deluge would be pretty good. Well, my opponent's taking a long time, so I'll just take a moment to talk about the list we're running. This is what I was running a while ago. 4 Tarmogoyfs, 3 True Names, no Mongoose, and no Mandrills. Running no Mandrills lets you run Magmatic Sinkhole. A Wasteland on my Wasteland. Well, that would imply they're playing some kind of lands, or depths, I mean. I guess this fell out of favor because I was playing a lot of 4-color control. And it seemed like a pretty hard... Man, I guess like Plague Engineer is blowing out True Name. The Reliquary. It's only a 4/4. And we have the old Sinkhole there. So this one's going to be over. I don't know why I Wasteland in my Wasteland. You could have at least tried to bait me into wasting a scrub land before I attack. Um, but I feel like people are playing decks that don't lose to Wrenn and 6 as much anymore. And so going back down to 2, I guess I moved away from the 3 True-Name, 4 Tarmogoyf build because I wanted 3 Wrenn and 6. I guess you could cut a Sinkhole for. Well, there's Baku 91's list, which you could run that, but this lets you run the Sinkholes, and it only has the 2 Wrenn and 6. It's like the 4-color Delver decks, but with a better mana base, and they play Stifle, can get under those other 4-color Delver decks. So that's how I put this together. So I'm not sure what to expect from my opponent here. Knight of the Reliquary, Dark Confidant. Probably Abrade will be a welcome addition. We'll cut a couple Stifles and a couple Dazes on the draw. And I think this will be pretty good. Also, the 4-color decks play 20 lands, and I generally find that I draw a lot of lands, so. Not with this hand, though. Alright, that's not a bad keep. I'm going to get a Wasteland, I think. It's not the best card on the draw, and I want to be able to play my other spells. I guess Sinkhole would be the other consideration. But, blowing up a Knight of the Reliquary sure is something I'd like to be doing. Blue card would be nice. But yeah, True-Name is something I can certainly pitch to Force of Will, so. Play something like a Scavenging Ooze. I guess I'm going to go ahead and force it. Chalice on 1. Pretty much always regret not forcing that when I don't, so. Another True-Name, okay. We have the Sinkhole as a potential answer to a Knight of the Reliquary, which is often the thing we do want to save our Force of Wills for, so. I guess forcing Chalice is a pretty obvious decision. But sometimes you don't have any 1-drops in hand. It's something maybe you want to consider. There's a Monk's Diamond. Alright, so I guess it is just the old 4-color Loam there. Yeah, I'd really like to draw a land. A fetch land would get this Sinkhole up and running. That would be pretty sweet. Like we got a Knight though. Yep, I really want to draw that fetch land. A Wasteland. It almost gets the job done. Oh, I can play True-Name Nemesis, so that's gonna be good. So we'll play this True-Name. I guess it's a little vulnerable post board. I guess that is the thing about True-Names. And certainly one of the things I like about Baku 91's list. He only plays 2 of them. But I think Sinkhole's pretty good also. Tarmogoyf for my opponent. Blast Zone. So this is like a... What do we got here? A Lightning Bolt. Okay. Okay. What do I want to do here? So the Blast Zone has a counter on it, and he is able to pay 2 mana to destroy my Insectile Aberration. So presumably that's what it'll do, but not until after I attack. So I guess I'm just going to attack with the Knight and the True-Name here. Sorry, the Aberration in the True-Name. Too bad, he's going to get to explode that Blast Zone and pump up his Knight of the Reliquary. I don't really see any way around it, though. Oh, it costs 3 mana to sacrifice this thing. Interesting, very interesting. Okay, now that's good to know. All right. Still don't see a way I'm going to get to play the Sinkhole on his Knight, though. Attack and attack. Getting on a pretty low life total pretty quick, though, so that's certainly good. No cards in hand. He's not going to be able to do too much here. But I think I do need to go ahead and Wasteland the Blast Zone. Gonna make his Knight a 6/6. But I'm certainly winning this race. I'm not sure how the rules work where if I Wasteland this... I have to imagine if I Wasteland this in response to the activation, it's gonna count the number of counters it did have before it died. Oh. I probably could have played around this somehow. That was really dumb. What's he gonna get though? A Mazavith? Does he play that? Oh, he's sacrificing his forest. That's so foolish. Okay, so he's gonna sacrifice his forest, pay 3 mana, pop the Blast Zone. Still can't Sinkhole his Knight though, but I will be able to Sinkhole his Tarmogoyf, and I think that'll do a lot of the work. So that's alright. I don't know why I can't think about what's going on with Knight activations, but I'll figure out how to play against that card eventually. Alright, what's this? Liana. It's not what I want to see. Alright. He gets that. Sacrifice a creature. I guess I need to sacrifice Tarmogoyf. He'll probably just attack with the Knight. Yeah. I guess I could sacrifice the True-Name. Maybe he'd still attack with the Knight. I attack him for 5. Friggin' Liliana. When was this card printed? Copyright date's not on there. But yeah, it's been a beast for a long time. Okay, sacrifice Tarmogoyf. Kill his Tarmogoyf. And then attack. I end up having to bolt his Liliana. It's pretty unfortunate. But if I sacrifice True-Name, a lot of this. But you can just block with Knight of the Reliquary. I don't think either position's great. I guess I'll sacrifice the Tarmogoyf. He'll attack. I will Sinkhole the Tarmogoyf. I guess I'll keep the. I don't think Renin 6 into Wasteland's gonna do it. Alright. Brainstorm. Another Sinkhole. So maybe I put back Bolt and then the Sinkhole. No, Brainstorm and then Sinkhole. Play Misty. Bolt my opponent. Attack for 3. 5 life. And I can Sinkhole Liliana next turn. Well, maybe I say I can't quite bolt or Knight. Yeah, I just can't quite do it. I need another one more card. So maybe I bolt my opponent, kill the Liliana next turn, and then just try to Brainstorm into another bolt. I think that's probably my only shot. Go down to 4 next turn. Bolt my opponent here. He goes down to. So attack my opponent down to 5. He attacks me down to. No, okay, so there's no time to play this Sinkhole. So I'll go like this. Sinkhole first, then Brainstorm. Bolt my opponent. Then just pray to find one more bolt, I think is all I can do. Okay. Now, this is a pretty long shot, I'd have to say, but too much choice. Playing a creature somehow saved me a turn? I guess it might. Alright. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen, but I guess I could see 2 more cards with this Ponder. Ah. Alright. Alright, opponent. See what you're doing. I think I'm gonna not bother bringing in Cindervines. Would like to get back to Force. It's pretty hard to keep in Force Stifle against this deck. Guess I won't bother with the Stifles. One Stifles, two Snare, two Pierce. Yeah, I think it's just gonna have to do. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can get it done in game 3 here. I guess 4-color Loam's playing Tarmogoyf now. Yeah, so for this build, while I'm waiting for my opponent to sideboard, really like Cindervines. Just so many games against Storm where you skirmish in the beginning, and then they thought seize away your Force of Wills, and then they're able to like top deck into a win. It just locks the game out. Like I'm not really worried about my ability to survive the first couple turns against Storm. Really like maybe turns like 5 through 7, perhaps, where you're depleted, and they're able to just go off, and Cindervines can lock them out of the game. Well, it's going to be on 6 cards. Okay. So, this one is not bad. I think I'm going to actually put back Daze here. Hold up Spell Pierce. I don't really want to Daze anything because I want to play this turn 2 Wrenn and 6. So we'll put back Daze. And I'm just going to hold up, yeah, Spell Pierce if he plays like a Chalice or something. Maybe even a Mox Diamond. But no, it might be crazy. Not above Spell Piercing Mox Diamond against lands. I guess you risk the chance of missing an exploration. Opponent's on mulligan to 5. Mox Diamond's going to be a horrendous card for him. Most likely. So I guess I won't be Spell Piercing Mox Diamond. Alright. Play Scalding Tarn. Pass the turn. Blast Zone. Alright. Having that Delver in play would be nice. I guess my opponent can't really afford to Wasteland me, so I guess I'm just going to jam Delver. Still, guess I'm going to hold up Spell Pierce too. Don't want to get Chaliced. Like it's not going to matter. Okay. Alright, so the opponent's not doing much here. And I guess I'm fine just pitching Spell Pierce to a Force. And I want to start casting these Ponders. And obviously Wasteland is a great find here. So we're gonna... that. Alright, opponent, what can you put together here? Abrupt Decay. Alright, well I'm glad it's on, not on my Insectile Aberration. So, fine with that. Play Wasteland. Not gonna get fancy here where I want to play a second Delver. Don't want them to get blast zoned. Did. Play this Ponder. Now, I would like to have my Delver flip. I already played a land this turn. I think it's gonna mean game over in a hurry. So, I'm gonna do this and hope that I don't regret it. But yeah, I don't think there's too much you can do. I guess I'm close. If I do get a Spell Pierce something, I'm close to hard casting Force of Will territory. So there's that going on. A Plague Engineer. Yeah, I'm gonna force this. Gonna reveal. Attack. Alright. So the opponent needs to play something pretty good here, or he's going to get beaten down. What is it? A Liliana. Okay. Sacrifice an Insectile Aberration. Activate my fetch land. Alright. Creature, cantrip. Almost anything but a land would be pretty great here. Okay. I guess I will activate Brainstorm. See which way these trade winds are blowing. Okay, so True-Name Nemesis is not a bad one. So he's going to uptick Liliana. Guess I don't mind discarding Daze if that happens. You might want to play something. You might play something first. He has 3 cards in hand. Well, 4. But yeah, this seems like it should secure a win. I guess the other thing I could do is just put Daze at the bottom. But he should be dead by then. I don't see how we can come back from this. Yeah. Even if he has Plague Carrier, I'd still attack him and he dies to Bolt. So, Plague Engineer, I mean. Okay. Well, that is round 1. So, yeah, I mean, that went alright. Apparently my opponent mulliganed to a worse hand than we did in game 3, so that was nice. Yeah, so this is the build that I'm working on here. Start the match. I'm not sure about how many graveyard hate cards I really want to play. But I have the idea that, well, 2 surgicals, I guess I feel is the minimum. But, I mean, I do like Tormod's Crypt. But against these Hogak decks, I think a quick Delver draw backed up by Surgical, probably on their bridge from below, probably get the job done. Grafdigger's Cage came 2. Maybe if I am going to run 4 cards, I should just run Tormod's Crypt. But I was trying some builds for a while. Like League matchmaking failed, so I'm going to ramble on about the sideboard some more. In general, so the way the metagame is, so obviously Wrenn and 6 dominated the metagame for a while, and it was like Rug Delver against 4 color control decks running 3 or 4 Wrens. Alright, so we drew a Delver also. So I'm just going to jam Delver of Secrets so we don't get terribly far behind here. Hope for the best. So their Delver didn't flip. Guess I'm not going to trade, and I'm going to try to jam a Wrenn and 6 on my turn. I think I won't be doing that, though. Alright. Super Delver draw for my opponent. Drawing a land, though, is not terrible. I just don't know when I'm going to get to cast these Stifles, unfortunately. See, now I wish I had traded with their first Delver of Secrets. If I don't... Somehow their Delvers miss again next turn. Feel good about not playing Ponder. Just holding up Stifle. I think I'm going to go ahead and fetch, since I have these Stifles. Tropical Island. I guess I'm just going to hope their Delvers miss. There's no way he's going to want to trade his Delver for my Delver. I shouldn't have fetched first. I guess I'll just hold it back here. Maybe I'll offer the trade again. Okay. Ordain. If I were my opponent, I would definitely not offer a trade here. If they do, though, I'll be pretty excited. I feel like they got out of a lightning bolt or something. I don't think there's much chance of this Wrenn and 6 resolving, I guess. I think if they play lightning bolt, it's marginally more likely my Wrenn and 6 will resolve. Okay. Definitely gonna do that. Alright, well, it doesn't seem like my opponent's on a Stifle build. Okay. Well. Sure, this is not going to resolve. One of my earlier recordings, there was an instance where I was afraid to jam a Wrenn and 6 into some kind of Daze or something. And I feel pretty foolish about it in retrospect. My opponent's gonna get to do all the things here. Okay, so they're not doing too much, so These Stifles aren't working out very well, though. And there's a Wasteland. I guess I'm going to Wasteland first. Not much chance, too much chance of True-Name resolving there. Need an answer for this Delver anyway. That's an answer for his Delver. Alright. So I'm going to use my life total as a resource here. Yeah. Because we obviously have to kill his Insectile Aberration. I don't mind if he ends up countering, like, my Spell Pierce and Cantrip resolves. That'll set him back on mana. Okay. So we'll do this on his upkeep. Force of Will. Alright. Well, I mean, that's a good play for our opponent there. Probably won't be able to come back from this, but that's okay. But yeah, most people seem to be on these Stifle build, playing 3 Stifle. I guess I like it a lot in this build, where Stifle affords us... There's just nothing else quite like it in terms of early game interaction. And we're not running those Mongees. Alright. Drawing a bunch of them on the draw here didn't work out, but... Stifling opponents seems to be pretty good. Alright, so they don't play Stifle, so I don't need Force of Will. Alright, this should suffice. I have 61 cards. One more cut. Alright. Spell Pierce will be fine. Alright. Alright, this is a solid hand on the play. We have answers for his Delver, the Dreadhorde Arcanist, and more lands. Alright. This is good, so if he has Daze to protect his Arcanist, we'll have the Lightning Bolt to destroy it. Stifle would have been dynamite there, but what are you gonna do? Alright. Guess I will push the pace with this Ponder here. Alright, these cards seem good. So I guess if I have to Spell Snare something, I would want to draw True Name over Bolt. Alright. Stifle again would be Dynamite here. I'm just trying to decide if red mana is better than green mana at this point. I guess red mana is slightly better. For them being on a lowish life total. Alright. I don't think this young Pyromancer will be able to do too much to impact the board in time. And now he's tapped out. And cannot answer my True Name. I guess unless he has Force here, that'll be pretty good. Okay. Alright, should be all set from here, being at 18 life. Ooh, a Sinkhole. Pretty good tech. Alright. I'd like to draw a Tarmogoyf. Spell Pierce is not super exciting. So what's he got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm just gonna have to keep on attacking here. So I get to counter the Ponder. Alright, so my opponent has 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, 10 power. Well, I still don't have a choice to attack, but to attack. But yeah, 10 power plus Lightning Bolt will obviously get the job done. Alright, well, we hung on there by the skin of our teeth. That was pretty remarkable. The way my opponent got back in the game on that one was pretty intense, so good for him. Alright, what do we want to do here? I don't mind cutting a Stifle on the draw. Don't hate bringing in a Abrade on this matchup since you just want to nuke all his threats, and that's pretty much all that matters. I think I'm just going to try to kill all his threats. Alright, well, another no-lander on game 3. Hand looks acceptable, though. And I'm just going to shuffle Daze since it's not great on the draw. Definitely can't afford to get rid of any of these other cards, so. Okay. So he's not playing Delver, so can breathe a little bit easier here on turn 1. Alright. I'm gonna hope he doesn't Wasteland me. Good start. Oh, pass here. Wants to Brainstorm on my upkeep. Think I'm okay Pyroblasting this. That's fine. His Brainstorm gets a lot worse. Since he cracked his fetch land. True-Name. I'll have to Brainstorm a response to this. Trying to set up Tarmogoyf next turn anyway. Yeah, I think he has some counter magic in that hand of his. Alright, the Sinkhole not doing a ton here. Alright, what do I want to do? Guess I should just jam this Tarmogoyf. Hopefully, if he has a Sinkhole for this, we're gonna be in some trouble. But have to say, well played to my opponent there. But yeah, Sinkhole is a pretty good card. Go ahead and stifle that. Then something I can bolt on my turn, perhaps? Or is this? It looks like it's probably a Sinkhole. Yep. Alright. Well, Ren 6 isn't a terrible one. It may deflect some True-Name attacks here, which could buy us time. That's one thing Ren 6 seems to do pretty well. My opponent's probably not going to fall for an attack on this. If I had to guess. Spell Pierce. Or Red Elemental Blast, I mean. Do I want to double Spell Pierce it? That is the question. I guess I don't know how much better these Spell Pierces are going to get. Apparently need this Delver around if we're gonna have any shot at this. I meant to get a tropical there. Alright. He was smart and did not attack Ren in 6. Yeah, we're just drawing lands here. No need to let our opponent know we're only drawing lands, though. But yeah, there's just no way I can get back in this, unfortunately. I guess I don't want to lose to Flusterstorm or something. Yeah, I guess going down to 5 doesn't matter. Well, I guess I should have left in some more Dazes and Force of Wills. But I don't think I would have drawn anything. I guess I could have boarded out Magmatic Sinkhole. But yeah, this lower to the ground version. Oh, there's less low to the ground version of Rug. Definitely lose that kind of blue-red Delver deck, I suppose. I guess I just should have kept in the 4th Daze. I guess blue-red Delver with Magmatic Sinkhole seems pretty good. Because the value of Ren in 6 is sort of waning in the metagame. So maybe I'll take that into consideration. I haven't actually tried out straight blue-red Delver here. Been playing a lot of, Ren in 6 with Rug. Alright. See if we can rebound here in game. Or match 3. Opponent on a mulligan to 6. Mox Diamond. I am not going to Force of Will. Wasteland. Thoughtseize. Alright. Pretty good opening salvo from my opponent there. Oh, he took Ponder. That's interesting. What a card to take. Well, with having another cantrip. I think he would just take the Force of Will. Go ahead and stifle this one. There's that 4 of Stifle paying off there. It's always good. We'll just sit back, see if we can't get some more value out of this Brainstorm before we have to cast it. I guess if the opponent fetches, I'll just go ahead and cast Brainstorm. They don't fetch, though. They fetch on my upkeep. I guess I'm just gonna have to let it go. He's making his stage basic. Throw a Wasteland. It's not bad. Alright. Well, we won't be able to play anything for a while here, but we have some Force of Wills. The Dark Depths. There's a Dark Confidant. Well, the Dark Confidant does not pose much of a threat. And he can remove all the ice counters he wishes. Gotta draw a threat here. Okay, Ponder. Yeah. I guess these really don't get the job done, unfortunately. Well, second Wasteland is something that I won't have to discard. Or makes it so I don't have to discard to hand size at end of turn. Alright, it's down to 7. This is the crop rotation. It is. Renin 6. So I think I can just sinkhole this. You can only get back. I guess you could get back Wasteland. That'd be unfortunate. Guess I'll just force it. These Wastelands, I have to imagine, are pretty good. If it turns out that he main decks Pithing Needle, I'll regret this. I think I could just draw, one of my creatures at some point here. Maybe I run in 6 of my own. There's a creature. Or if his last card's Abrupt Decay. Well, I haven't gotten Abrupt Decayed yet. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, we'll just sinkhole this I thought he was activating Dark Depths there, just the regular way, and I'm relieved that, I don't know. I guess maybe I should have just Wastelanded Dark Depths there in response. I thought he was just removing the counter there. So we'll see if this comes back to bite me. Vampire Hexmage. Seems like I can just force this. I guess I'm trying to draw something here, so I'm gonna fetch. Pretty much anything would be good. I guess Spell Pierce and Daze weren't very exciting draws. So he's tapped out here. I think. Let's see. Just thinking. So if he activates Thespian Stage, he can't sacrifice Thespian Stage to Wasteland, and I obviously use it to activate the Dark Depths also. So I think it's probably best I just hold up rather than Wasteland to Thespian Stage. Right? Uh, Let it become a copy. And okay. Alright. So we like some Spell Snares and some Abrades. Sinkhole, not too exciting. What else do we want to cut? Definitely a Daze. Not sure how good Spell Pierce actually ends up being in this matchup. In fact, maybe I'll Force of Negation actually at least counters crop rotation. I guess I'll try this on the draw here. Bunch of Stifles. Well, this isn't great versus a bunch of things, but he's probably just going to play a turn 1 Thoughtseize anyway. And at least this buys a little bit of time. Renin 6. Alright. And another land. Seems important to keep Renin 6 off the table. I'll Renin 6 of my own. At least we have an answer for his Dark Confidants here, so. Alright. See what he's got, but maybe this Renin 6 can go the distance. Oh, looks like we're just gonna lose. No sooner had the words come out of my mouth. Alright, we need something good off the top here, deck. Come on. That is something good off the top. Do I just want to Wasteland him now? Yeah, I guess I do want to Wasteland him now, so I can just get the Wasteland back with Renin 6, and I'll just try to take my chances here. Alright, I have to remember, when I get angry, on some other occasion, that my deck served me up the Wasteland in the clutch. And maybe I should have just taken the Dark Depths, because we can lose to Hex Mage here. And I will have squandered the good tidings that my deck had for me. Feel pretty foolish about that now, I guess. I don't know. It's a tough decision. I just wanted to limit his mana, but I guess I don't see why the extra mana would have counted, so that was pretty stupid. But he's mulling over his options, so maybe he's not about to jam Hex Mage here and ruin my day. Okay. Yeah, he's about to jam Hex Mage. Okay, Dark Confidant. Wow, what a stroke of luck. Doing a Stifle. Okay. Well, it's not going to be too much my opponent can do from here then. So. All right. It was really stupid the way I did not just Wasteland his Dark Depths. I just kind of clicked through that fetch activation, but wow. This he's gonna get burned by Stifle here. My deck was really kind to me in this game, so the blue-red Delver matchup was sort of irritating, but probably avoidable ultimately. It might have been, I guess, it probably would have been smart to hold up Wasteland, not use it straight away. Kind of a tough decision with Ren and 6 in play. But I guess maybe that's what they would call the danger of cool things. Yeah, I'm just making the best decisions I can here. Yeah, alright. Alright, well, this is a fine hand on the draw. I mean, another land would be nice. We'll have to play cantrips, but we can hold up a fetch land. Not very many opponents are playing Stifle anymore. It was a little crazy when Ren and 6 was first printed, how every matchup was a Delver matchup. Isn't who I just played, is it? So we'll hold up Spell Pierce and Bolt here. And be sad that I don't have Stifle. Ugh. I think I'm just going to go ahead and Wasteland my opponent here on their upkeep. The truth is out. I do not have Stifle. Alright, what do we got? Chalice. So probably Depths again? I mean, not Depths. The 4-color Loam. I guess I'll get a Volcanic here. Oh, it'll let me do it. Well, it's not good when stuff like this happens, folks. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't have clicked that button. Okay, whew. That was worrisome. I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully I don't have to keep pressing that button to make something happen. Okay, land is a welcome draw. Okay, Daze and Ren in 6 don't hurt. Grove. Probably end up forcing here, or maybe if, I was thinking force over Daze, because I would like to be playing this Wasteland. And I guess I am just going to take out the Blast Zone with this Wasteland I'm about to get back. He can pay 2 to... No, it's 3 to activate it. So he ticks it up to 2. Then he's still well behind on land. He needs 4 total lands to activate the Blast Zone. Don't want him to cast Liliana of the Veil. P-Fire on my Renin 6. Alright, maybe I should have gotten Grove, but it's going to be pretty hard for him to get that Punishing Fire back and use it and have me not force it, so... He's off Abrupt Decay Man at this point. So this Renin 6 is probably just going to win the game, so that's cool. Thank you, Renin 6. Oh, yeah, it just has another Punishing Fire, I see. Yeah, we'll pitch this one. Yeah, that's a tough break opponent. I'm sorry about that. So he might be able to play the Punishing Fire around Daze next turn. But gotten up to 3 now, so hard times for him. Life from the Loam. Well, I'm gonna Daze this one. Guess I'd have to assume he does not have any more lands. Or something that would make me regret hard casting this Daze. Okay. On the draw. So, don't quite exactly remember what I did last time on the draw. This seems pretty acceptable. Maybe I should just run Force of Negation over Daze or Stifle or something. I don't even play that many life from the Loams. I don't usually enjoy bringing in Surgical in this matchup. Certainly don't want to get turn 1 Chaliced, though. I guess I'm going to try cutting Daze. I feel like the last time I tried cutting Daze didn't work out that great, but this is a different matchup. Alright, well I'm going to keep. I'm not very excited about it. Opponent's on a mulligan also, so that's cool. So definitely going to be putting back probably Volcanic Island. Lead on that Delver. Off Tropical. Maybe I just want to hold up Spell Pierce though. There are. See what kind of turn 1 he has here. Oh boy. Dark Confidant. Alright, well of all the turn 1 plays he could have made. Could be a lot worse. Alright, do I just want to jam Ponder here? Or do I want to get Delver in play? If I don't get Wastelanded, Ren and 6 can just answer Dark Confidant. Guess I have to make kind of the high risk, high reward play here on the draw. Okay, well, it's not a Wasteland yet. Fire. Good one. Negation. Might do something. Alright, let's see what our opponent's able to do here. Hopefully not play Knight of the Reliquary. Punishing Fire. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to keep my Ren and 6 alive. Okay. Lands. Okay, True-Name Nemesis and Brainstorm seem very good, so we will be keeping those. We're gonna land. I guess just play a fetch land here. Leaves us in okay shape. Alright, let's see what the opponent has for us this turn. Ren and 6 of their own. I guess I'll go ahead and Brainstorm here. These Ren and 6 wars always end up being very interesting. Ooh, Force of Will. But I guess I'd rather play this True-Name Nemesis than not. Okay. He gets a Renin 6. What can he do with it? Back Wasteland. Plays Wasteland. Wasteland's my Volcanic. I'm fine fetching here. Getting Volcanic. Drawing a blue card. That's what I like to see. Playing True-Name Nemesis. Targeting my opponent, or choosing my opponent. And I guess there's no use in -1ing my opponent. Okay. Alright. Opponent gets back Wasteland. Plays Wasteland. Wasteland's Volcanic. Plays Tarmogoyf. Sure wish I could Spell Snare it. Best if that just doesn't hit play, I guess. Okay. Alright. What are we drawing? Another True Name. That's pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty susceptible to like a Plague Engineer here, but we'll just have to take our chances. Okay. So I'll attack his Renin 6. And if I get to alternate my Renin 6, that'll be pretty exciting. Plays Wasteland. Wasteland's my tropical. I'm not sure what my opponent has in hand, but he might have thought about -1ing my Renin 6 to buy some time before I can ultimate it. But if he has something like Plague Engineer, I guess it'll be a ridiculous blowout. Okay, well, Brainstorm. Pretty good one. Attack Renin 6. Attack my opponent. Alright, I think I'm good just passing here. We'll wait and, to play Brainstorm until the opponent does something that matters. Alright, well, let's say that matters. Alright, well, that's gonna be fine. Yeah, I guess I don't wish to draw a land. I guess I'm gonna... Yeah, I guess I'm fine. bulk, so one drop. Okay, Abrade's not a bad one. Oh, well, I did poorly. Take out Ren in 6. Alright. Well, the opponent's going to be able to not let me ultimate Ren in 6, but I get to play Tarmogoyf next turn. So it doesn't really matter. Alright, and after a lot of back and forth here, we can finally beat my opponent's face in. Even a Knight of the Reliquary would be, like, unfortunately small for my opponent, I think. Yeah. He could get it up to 3. Be a 5/5. Yeah, would not get the job done. Okay. Alright. So yeah, a lot of like Mox Diamonds and Bayous. This tournament, it's interesting. Submerge is a card that I've been thinking about playing more of. One thing about this build is that Magmatic Sinkhole kind of makes Submerge unnecessary. I guess with the matchups that I've played today, I'd have to say that Nimble Mongoose would have been, not too bad. Ancient Tomb. Well, looks like we might be in for some hardship here, folks. The Monolith. Alright. Maybe I can draw Force of Will here. That'd be unbelievable. Over. If I Wasteland my opponent, he still has a whole mess of mana, so I think we're just going to have to hope that Daze is somehow able to do something. Let's talk of EU Landon running that new M20 card that lets you play colorless things off the top of your library. Maybe that's what we're up against here. But I do have a bunch of, Abrade, Force of Negation, and to a lesser extent, Cindervines post board, so at least we've got that going on. Alright, so my opponent is just passing here, so that's interesting. We may have a shot at this yet. Okay. Pretty interesting. Is he just going to tap his Grim Monolith to explode my Insectile Aberration? Wonder if he'll respond to a Ponder. Man, these cards I have to think are gonna have to do Daze and Wasteland. Could potentially not Wasteland him, I suppose, if he activates the Grim Monolith to activate Blast Zone. So this being the case, well, Wasteland Ancient Tomb. Outpost. So we'll fire off another Ponder here. There's a Stifle. Alright, I think I'm gonna roll with this. Now he's gonna pop the Blast Zone. Okay. Well, I'm pretty fine with that. These Dazes just got a lot better. Glimmer Post. So we're gonna try to refrain from casting this Brainstorm till at least next turn. Okay. Opponent recouping that life loss. Guess maybe I could have thought about stifling that, but maybe I'll get to stifle a Grim Monolith on tap. But I'm just gonna go ahead for the Brainstorm. Alright, these are some things. So I guess I'm just trying to think if I want Tarmogoyf. Maybe there'll be some upside to having a Delver of Secrets in play. It's harder to flip, but the Tarmogoyf would be 4/5. If I played a Bolt next turn. I guess the Delver could attack over Thought Not Seer or some such. So I guess we'll try the Delver. Good just to have this thing in play. And we can play Tarmogoyf next turn. Let's just hold up Stifle. Stifle might do something. I should have stifled that. Poor form, folks. Grim Monolith. Yeah, I think I'm gonna not let this happen. I don't know, I really should have stifled that Cloud Post. That just wasn't good. Alright, I don't really know what my opponent could play for 5 mana that would be all that great. He could play like a Karn or something and summon a Construct, but I don't think those will be lasting. I guess if you got Karn into like Ensnaring Bridge, that wouldn't be great. Be a bunch of mana next turn, but I'll have Stifle up. Alright, definitely stifling or bolting my opponent on their end step. Alright, what can we do with 6 mana opponent? What have you got? Is it all his dust? Ugin the Ineffable. Right? Yep, we're gonna stifle that. What's this? 4 mana? Perhaps? So we're gonna stifle that one. Karn. I don't think this is gonna help him. Yeah, we're gonna stifle that one too. See, the not stifling the Glimmer Voids was intentional. It's not good practice, obviously, but they're not playing fetch lands. You get used to them clicking through playing the lands, but it's pretty inexcusable. So try to do better, folks. See, I think I'll attack Stats Geek. Alright. I feel like I pulled something out of nothing there. Despite my best attempts to, subvert myself. Alright. It's interesting because I'm not really sure what my opponent is playing. Bunch of Planeswalkers, probably that crazy artifact that lets you play the Future Sight artifact from M20. I'll probably have to go without Stifle. Sinkhole can kill Planeswalkers, but Bolt probably doesn't do a ton here. And we'll go down to 2 days. On the draw. Okay. Alright, well, it's got Force and Delver and Wasteland. Leyline of the Void. Well, it's going to be good against my Wrenn at 6. Going to be very good against my Wrenn at 6s. But I guess I'm not super worried. Alright. What are we doing, opponent? Post. Charlie. Have to force a will. So I guess what I'd like is like a fetch land or an instant or a sorcery. I want to risk casting Brainstorm. Wrenn and 6s are pretty bad. Do I want to waste plan my opponent off Glimmervoid? I guess I really want to buy time for this Brainstorm. And so I'll do whatever it takes to try to make that happen. Well, I'll start with the attack. I really want to Brainstorm into a fetch land. I guess I'm just going to have to risk it. Well, did not pay off. Alright. Well, the good news in Wasteland, we've got this Abrade. So if we play some kind of artifact mana, we have that. Specify copying Waste is not terribly exciting. Leyline of the Void's doing work. See what he's able to do this turn. Outpost. Not. Alright, what do we got here? Post is a good one. Well, it was a tough call in the Brainstorm. Okay. Pass the turn. Another Thron Dynamo. Alright. Well, hang on here. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 11. I guess it'll be pretty sad to not Abrade one of these things and have him play Ulamog. I'm just not sure. I think I'm through my Brainstorm draws here, but maybe I can just get a blue card. That would be pretty excellent. Okay, that's a blue card. Pretty exciting. So I feel like I have to hold up Force of Negation. So I don't really want to play Ren in 6. So I guess I'll just uptick the Ren in 6 that's in play. Hope for the best. So I think he still has 10 mana, unfortunately. So I'm probably about to get Ulamogged. Okay. Scion of Urza. Okay. Not the worst thing in the world. Oy, Glimmer Poster, Karn the Great Creator. I really don't want him to gain life. I might draw a blue card. Kind of be able to get either one that he wants anyway. And he's going to gain 3 life. It's going to be pretty bad. Okay. We get to attack. -1 my opponent. So he's going to gain 3 off the Glimmer Void. Assuming that's what he puts into his hand. But, oh, he doesn't play the... Oh, he's probably just going to activate his Blast Zone. Feels silly. But if he doesn't play Glimmer Void, we can just kill him with Renin 6. So that's okay. He can have City of Traders. Alright, I think we're actually all set here then. That's pretty amazing. Don't even have to burn this Force of Will. Cindervines. Yeah, we'll show him Cindervines. I don't see why not. And I guess I'll detonate. I guess I was pretty surprised that he did not end up playing Glimmer Void. That's probably the route I would have gone, but... Okay. Well... It wasn't technically perfect play. But let's see, what do we learn here? I think this configuration's pretty good. But maybe, you know... Baku 91's main deck is just the best. Third True-Name's kind of awkward. Sinkhole was kind of awkward today. Don't quite have the perfect sideboard figured out. I guess I should have a Hydroblast in there. I felt like I needed to run Spell Snare to deal with Baleful Strix. But one thing I was thinking about with this deck is there's just a lot of ways. Well, you can certainly beat anything that you want to. That's kind of the thing about Legacy, I guess. Every deck kind of has a way to beat anything that they want to. Well, a lot of decks do anyway. And so Spell Snare was something, since the printing of Baleful Strix, you had to play Spell Snare in the deck. But Renin 6 finally gives us an efficacious answer. And so if those Spell Snares had just been Hydroblasts, I think I would have performed better against, I could have just sideboarded better or something against Blue-Red Delver. I guess honestly nothing would have, I would have to have boarded out Magmatic Sinkhole and made those something better. And that's not likely something that's going to be in the cards. But I guess maybe the 2 of Magmatic Sinkhole just isn't very good, but I just want some answers to Tarmogoyf in the deck, so... I don't know, but certainly Nimble Mongoose version would have been a little bit better there. But I mean, Tarmogoyf did beat our opponents down pretty good in all the other games. I didn't really miss Nimble Mongoose, just except in that Blue-Red Delver matchup. It's above average configuration, but you have to imagine the Magmatic Sinkhole version going ahead. Version going ahead seems very good. So I'm not quite sure what it's going to be going forwards. But I mean, I think this version's very good. And then there's like a Mongoose build. Yeah, I don't know. All right, well, that's all I got. I'll keep thinking about it. But thanks for watching, folks.